If you've seen The Shining, you know right around one of these corners is a bear suited man, and today we're going to talk about it. Hey, hello, and welcome to my channel. As you can see from the title, today we're talking about The Shining, and in particular, we're going to take a look at that strange scene involving the bear suited man who is seen by Wendy as she is literally walking around the hotel with a knife, trying to get away from Jack towards the end of the film. I think I may know why he is there, and I haven't heard anyone else describe it the way I'm going to, so let's take a look. Of course, we have to start with the Torrance family driving up to the Overlook Hotel, where Dad Jack is going to be working as the winter caretaker of the hotel. After meeting the staff at the hotel, Wendy and Danny get a tour of the kitchen, and the family settle in to try and have a normal life. Problem is, Danny already had a Shining episode back at the family's apartment where he saw our ghostly twins and also a river of blood. After Mr. Halloran gives Danny and Wendy a tour of the kitchen, he sits down with Danny to have a conversation about his shining ability. Danny is reluctant to talk, but eventually does. Then Danny asks Mr. Halloran, "Is there something bad here?" And he gets a warning to stay out of room 237. Notice the knives above Danny's head, letting us know he may be in danger. Now, I want to move forward at least a month later, according to our time cards. I could do a whole video just about these. I wanted to jump to a couple of scenes that feature other bears. And yes, there are other bears in The Shining before we get to our bear-suited man. If you look on the floor here, in front of Wendy in the Colorado Lounge, you'll notice a bear rug on the floor in front of the fireplace. To put it bluntly, there is a dead bear here, and I don't think it's an accident. Oddly, when Wendy goes looking for Jack with a baseball bat for protection, our bear rug seems to have disappeared. Look here, it's not in front of the fireplace. So where has it gone? But when Wendy has to fight Jack off on the stairs with the baseball bat, guess what shows up again? Exactly. Look to the right of Jack, and again, you can see that bear rug is back on the floor. So we have a disappearing and reappearing bear in our film before we even get to our bear-suited man. After Jack chops the door down with an axe, Wendy runs through the hotel with a knife trying to escape and ends up going up the stairs in the blue hallway area. It's extremely creepy, and just as she rounds a corner, she comes face to face with an oddly costumed person. It's our bear-suited man, and he has a friend with him who is wearing a tuxedo. He quite clearly could have come from the fancy dress party in the Gold Room. Any way you look at this, it's just an odd scene. I know it's been suggested that they were being intimate, but look at this mask. It doesn't appear as though it would allow for that. So I'm just going to read this scene exactly as I see it, and that is a bear on its knees. A bear on its knees to someone powerful. And since I am reading bears in this film, such as the bear rug, as possibly representing wilderness themes, then this bear-suited man represents wilderness on its knees, specifically wilderness on its knees to a more powerful force. And since we have brought wilderness themes up, I think we should say a word about the national parks, like Yosemite. Of course, the Ahwahnee Hotel from which the Colorado Lounge was based on, is located there. And Yosemite National Park in California was founded officially in 1890. But the native peoples of that area had been in Yosemite for 4,000 years or more. The tribe's name was the Ahwahnee, just like the hotel. But by the late 1960s, almost all of the native people have been pushed out of Yosemite. I guess, in a way, the story of the push westward across the U.S. in the 1800s, that basically went all the way to the Pacific Ocean, could be thought of as conquering nature. And there's no question that some wilderness as well as native ways of life were definitely destroyed. Even in the opening sequence, we see unspoiled nature, and then we see a road cut through it. So, to start our sum up, we found out there are several strange bears in this film, like that bear rug that disappears and then reappears just seconds apart in the Colorado Lounge. And side note, yes, I know there are several toy bears in The Shining. I didn't miss them, like the one you see on the chair here. But since I feel they are here for a completely different reason, I chose not to discuss the toy bears. But what's the first thing you notice about a bear rug? Well, of course, it's dead. The bear was shot and then made into a rug. It was a wild animal that was conquered, which leads us to the next point. How to explain that strange bear-suited man? Well, I have to go back to the most basic view here, and that's just describing what I see. First principles. I'm keeping it simple. And what I see is a bear on its knees in front of a powerful person. I think this bear-suited man could symbolically embody the very idea that created the national parks, and that was powerful people conquering nature. It also mirrors the bear rug in a way, because although the bear is a powerful and feared animal in the wild, as we see him here, he is not. And the bear-suited man? Since he never chases Wendy, he is not our villain. Perhaps he's just another ghost, reliving this scene and playing his part at the Overlook Hotel. Well, that's my new video about the bear-suited man from The Shining. Hope you liked it. I'm working on something new for next week, and I do hope to have that up soon. And I want to thank you for all the cool comments you've been leaving under my videos. I always enjoy reading them. Also, it would help my channel if you did hit that subscribe button. But either way, my name is Shim. Thank you for spending time with me, and have a great day.